Hello everyone, well done today. It was so good to meet all of you. You're all doing absolutely incredible work and I can't wait to see how much further you all go in this course. So keep up the good work, stay consistent. And as I iterated to some of you today, make sure you slow it down, take your time, take the pressure off your back, relax, see what you can do whilst being kind with yourself and letting yourself make mistakes. You're going to learn more from making mistakes and really observing them and paying attention to them than you will if you rush it and just keep messing up and not paying attention to the mistake that you've made. So yeah, really well done. Let's have a little look at the things that I wanted to add to the session, but we weren't able to. So I just want to kind of go through the other phrases that I wanted us to work on. So we've got, I'm calling them triple beats, okay? This is something I've coined just for you guys, just for this session. And there's 5 phrases I've written down, kind of quite casual phrases that I think I've said a lot in my life and most of us will say. So these are a little bit more truthful. So it's not necessarily a tongue twister. It's not an absurd tongue twister. These are just phrases that one might employ in their day-to-day life. And yeah, I've called these, or this section of the session, triple beats. So I want you to find and hear the triple beats. We're going to use the kind of musical metronome that we discovered when we were looking at the stresses in our tongue twisters in the session. And what we're going to do is stick to that metronome and kind of not force them, because I think the metronome actually naturally aligns with these phrases. We're just going to add them in to the metronome, keeping it nice and slow, okay? So the first phrase is, it's really as simple as that. And let's keep it simple. We're not going to give ourselves too much context on this, but again, these phrases are quite short and sharp and they kind of say what they mean, really. So let's see if we can find the triple beats in this. Let's just do some clapping. If you prefer to tap on your chest, that's fine. If you prefer to tap on your lap, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is what I mean by triple beats, okay? So 1, 2, 3. It's really as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. Do it with me. It's really as simple as that. Da-da. It's really as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. So what we're doing, similar to like I touched on earlier, yes, we've got the metronome. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-dun. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's really as simple as that. How does that feel? How does that sound? Can you hear the rhythm? Can you hear the natural rhythm in that phrase? It's really as simple as that. It kind of matches what the sentence means. So again, this is what I mean about thinking, not just that you're saying these words in a certain accent, like how can we emphasize them in a neutral way? And I would say this is a bit more of a neutral rhythm, or like a neutral emphasis that relies on rhythm to express what it is that we're saying. Let's move on to the next one. That's all I've got to do. And again, we're not saying gotta, we're not abbreviating that for now. Let's stick to the real sentence and what's actually written. That's all I've got to do. That's all I've got to do. Do it with me. That's all I've got to do. Keep going. That's all I've got to do. That's all I've got to do. That's all I've got to do. Yes. So again, do you see how I'm adding extra embellishments, extra pitch variations, extra attitude behind it while sticking to that metronome? It's interesting, isn't it? That's all I've got to do. That's all I've got to do. Even though we're not sticking to that metronome necessarily there, that's all I've got to do. There's still a kind of rhythmic structure in that sentence that makes sense, that you naturally find if you're tuning into it. Okay, moving on. There's one more thing on my list. 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 Again, there's one more thing on my list. There's one more thing on my list. Okay, again, I'm just giving you examples and an opportunity to practice it with me. Let's move on to, can you get the thing? The thing is often used as well, I think, in our vernacular when you can't quite, the thing on the shelf. Get the knife, the candle, whatever it is. So again, that's quite a good word to muster up and learn, should I say, because we use it a lot. I've got lots of things to do. Have you been busy? Yeah, I've had a lot of things on my plate. I've had a lot 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 on my plate. Kind of one there. Can you get the thing? Can you get the thing? Can you get the thing? I'm not asking you to hide the thing. Might do. Can you hide the thing? Can't see it. Maybe you're saying that for a reason because your kid's coming in the room and it's their birthday and you've just bought the present and you're trying to hide the present. Can you hide the thing? Okay, again, another triplet. Moving on to the last one. Let me get the door. Let me get the door. So again, there's a slight difference here as well. It's really, so we've got a syllable before the beat, but these last two, can you get the thing? They're more on the beat, I would say. And they're a little bit more direct, aren't they? They're a little bit more action-led. Can you get the thing means can you go do that thing? And let me get the door. I'm opening the door for you for whatever reason. However, the other sentences, it's really as simple as that. That's all I've got to do. There's one more thing on my list. Can you get the thing? Let me get the door. So this is kind of, you could argue, I guess this is a rule, if you need a rule, Ajan. More action-driven sentences and more pressing, urgency, take action kind of phrases are more strong, starting stressed. They're starting with that emphasis that they need to spark that impetus to move, yeah? Whereas the other things, the more conversational, the more commentary, the more statements about the state of something or an attitude to something, maybe start on that unstressed syllable followed by the stressed syllable. It's really as simple as that. It's as simple as that. If we're moving the triplets away and we're changing the phrase a little bit, it's as simple as that. It's interesting. It's really interesting. Anyway, so this is just something I want us to look at and explore and play with. We're not trying to get to a definitive correct way of doing it, but I want you to have that awareness of the metronome. And again, that intention behind what it is that you're saying. Is it movement and direction led? In which case, maybe we'd start it with a bit more of a stressed emphasis. If it's more of a commentary or a statement or something, we might use the offbeat to start the sentence so that the other key words and impetus, driving forces of the sentence are on the stressed syllables. And yeah, it is like a kind of a gallop. So we've been using the metronome, but there's also those beats between the 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, or 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I don't know the actual musical terms for that. I think it's on and off beat basically, but yeah, if anyone can offer any more advice on that, it might be helpful. But nonetheless, what I'm trying to get you to think about is these kind of 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. One's a bit more gallopy and one's a little bit more like dum 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 dum. And I think we employ both in our British accent. So again, more of an exploration and an experiment and finding it in a shorter phrase, finding the beats and the rhythm in a shorter phrase that naturally comes up. Even if I hadn't given you those beats and asked you to do it like that, I'm pretty confident that the majority of us would have found a bit more of a natural rhythm as we learnt the sentence and we practiced it more and more. We would have fallen into some sort of rhythm, and I think that's the British rhythm we're trying to find in in our accents. Lovely. So that's part 2, and I've got one more thing that I want to go over with you, and I'm going to put that in another video. So there we are.